Megan, would you like to introduce your Theo to everybody?
This is my Theo Johnny, everybody.
So Johnny today is going to be shown pictures of One Piece characters, and he's going to be guessing their roles, maybe their abilities, what they're about, based on images alone. What is your knowledge, I guess, of One Piece?
Basically, well, I mean, because HBO came out with the series, you know,
Netflix.
or Netflix.
Yeah,
Okay,
Netflix.
I always get them mixed up. And I know my son used to talk about it, you know, and I was like, yeah, kid, whatever. But now when Netflix came out with it, now I know it's legit, you know.
Did you watch it?
No, well, I think I started watching the first episode. I don't know if I fell asleep or but I mean, I'll give it another chance, you know.
All right, so in no particular order, I'm going to pull up some images of characters, and I'll tell you their names, too. Okay, speaking of Theos, this is a character whose name is Jinbei.
Jinbei?
Yeah. What do you think Jinbei's role on the crew? Because One Piece is a story about pirates on a pirate ship.
Okay.
And so these characters are the main crew of this pirate ship. So what do you think Jinbei's
Okay, and
role
we got our typical there's good guys and bad guys
Yes,
and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the crew are kind of like the heroes of the story.
Okay, the crew is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
what do you
well-
think his role is?
Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously, right off the bat, you gotta say he's a bad guy. But I don't know. These days they mix things up. You know,
That's
they try to
true.
confuse you. They may look bad, but then they become the cuddly big guy or whatever. So I think he comes out hard at first, but once you win his heart, I think. I think he'll be your best friend and shit, man.
That's a really good answer.
But,
That's
you know,
really good.
he does look a little mean. Shit. I mean, I would definitely turn the other way if I see him.
Do you get the Theo vibe from him too? Do you see why we say that about him?
Yeah. He put his hand up. He puts his hand up. You know, that's a protective mode and shit right there.
That's
you know?
true. That's true.
Like to step away, and then he got the other fist, ready to uppercut,
Right.
When
Oh,
you get
yeah.
too close and shit.
I can see
he
him
looks like
sipping
a
on
bad guy at first, but then he looks like he could be your best friend.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see him sipping on a Modelo, at the barbecue.
No,
you know,
for
I
sure.
can see him.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, yeah.
That's why he's so mad. He's so mad because he's like, "Kid, go get me another beer."
Yeah,
You know?
he'd be killing it.
That's why.
Or maybe he has his hand up waiting for a beer to get thrown at him.
Oh, oh yeah.
He's ready to catch a 40 right there and shit. Man, And then you got the extra web too, so you ain't gonna go anywhere.
Does the web give you any other ideas of like?
Yeah, well, it looks like he comes from the sea, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So he's like the Kevin Costner guy and shit. He probably has, he has lungs. Oh, you can see the lungs on the side of his right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so obviously he's, he's a sea dweller and shit. But
He
he
is.
could come up and kick ass if he needs to.
So Jinbei is a fish man, and his job on the pirate ship is the helmsman.
Oh, he's looking out for rocks and.
Yeah. But he's a fighter too. All right, here's the next character. We'll switch it up a little bit. Let's see. Let's go on to
hello.
this character.
So this is another straw hat on the crew.
Okay.
And everyone has a role. So this is Robin. Her
Okay,
name is
this is
Robin.
Nico
Okay.
Robin.
Nico Robin.
Nico Robin?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think her role is on the ship? What do you think she does?
Oh God. Well, obviously she's the seductress, or how do you say it? The seductor. How do you say that?
Like the temptress.
The temptress,
yeah.
yeah.
If someone doesn't want to, clean the deck, she'll get you to clean the deck. And shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Or, she's probably the right hand man to the captain.
Oh, okay.
Whenever he needs a little help here and there.
What kind of help?
Well, when you're out to sea, you need, captain has certain urges.
Oh!
So, I mean, come on, look at her. Good Lord. I don't think she's parading too much around the deck because all the guys will go crazy.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking practicalities here. Come on, she's gonna be on the ship with a bunch of guys. Good Lord. So she's probably kept away from everybody. He probably puts her away. But when they need a little extra motivation, he'll bust her out. Shit.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
I think you're a little less close with Robin than you were with Jinbei. She's the historian of the crew.
Yes.
Yeah, that's totally unbelievable. Come on, please. Good Lord. And she ain't getting those hands dirty and shit, man,
Oh my God. Well, that's funny that you say that,
That is
because
funny.
her devil fruit ability, which is like superpowers that some characters do possess, she is able to make as many hands,
As many
As
limbs as
limbs,
possible.
hands as
Oh.
she can. So,
Oh, damn.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually had another
That'd be
photo.
cool. Put
right
a beer in
here.
each hand. Damn it.
Yeah, right here. So this is another photo of her using that ability, and you can kind of see all those other
Oh,
arms.
like a spider kind of. Or
So
what's
that's-
that? What's that Indian goddess? The one that.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like that,
Yeah, that's a good segue into devil fruit. So they're called devil fruits, but they are
Yeah,
fruits
yeah,
that
yeah.
people eat that grant them powers. So we'll tell you if the person has a devil fruit, and then we'll ask you what you think their power is too. Okay. All right. So this is another crew member.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is Frankie. What kind of vibe do you get from Frankie?
Powerful. Important.
Okay.
He looks part machine.
Yeah.
I can see his fists and his wrist. He's definitely skipping leg day and shit. That's for sure. Like, 2 stems and shit on that move. But you can tell he does a lot of crunches and got the Cro-Magnum head and shit.
Right.
So yeah, I mean he's part organic, part mechanical.
What do you think his job on the ship would be?
Oh, pulling up the anchor and shit. I mean, probably enforcer.
Okay.
Making sure everyone's doing their shit.
So
Yeah.
Frankie is the shipwright.
But
so they hit a rock or something. He goes out there and fixes it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he.
Okay, I don't know about that white shit. It's all tough. Then you look and shit, and then you get just Margaritaville vibes and shit.
Margaritaville. Frankie and the woman you saw before, people like them together as a couple.
As a couple. Do you think that they make a good couple?
Yeah, not really. I mean, how can he bring her in? And shit? I don't.
Well, his hands, his big hands, open up to like smaller hands, like human size.
like
hands.
alien's mouth and shit.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Literally,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I guess but
To each his own.
I don't see it. But she's smart though. He's the toughest guy in the ship. So.
Ooh.
Well, you haven't seen all of them
something
yet.
goes down. You
haven't seen all of them yet. This crew member's name is Brooke.
Oh Lord.
So what do you think Brooke's job on the crew is?
Well, he's musical. He's definitely musical. That's for sure.
Okay, yeah.
I guess he's entertainment. I mean, he's got the David Bowie outfit on, and he's got his guitar. He's screaming. He's hitting a high note. I mean, he looks musical to me.
So yeah, Brooke is the musician of the crew.
Yeah, you think for a pirate ship, you'd have a little accordion.
What do you think about him being like a skeleton?
Yeah,
his
what do you
afro.
think? What do you think the explanation is for that?
Okay, well, he died. I guess he died at some point, and he came back. I mean, he's a skeleton, so he has to be dead and shit.
Fair, yeah.
Maybe he sang a bad song and they made him, walk the plank, and then he came back as a better musician, to redeem himself and shit. Or something.
I like it. I like it.
No, I like it.
Now
I'm like believing it.
Now they love him and shit, and they crowned him, shit. I guess he's the king and shit.
Well, he is called the Soul King. He calls.
So there it is. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
You got really like Brooke might be the one you got the
close.
closest with.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Those bony fingers. He's got a jab. Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right, you're doing good. You're doing good.
All right.
All right. So now we're gonna take you to this character here.
What the? Oh my god.
Oh my god! What was that reaction?
What the?
Now,
Oh my god!
this character's name is Tony Chopper.
Tony Chopper?
Yeah, aka Tony. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh good lord.
So, yeah. What do you? What vibe do you get from Chopper? And what do you think his job on the ship is?
Oh, he's on the ship. Is he? Oh my god! I thought he was safe in Candyland or somewhere and shit, man. On the ship, this thing will never make it. And shit. That is so weird. Where the hell does he get his cotton candy? The cotton candy machine on the boat and shit? The captain, we had a room for a bag of rice or a cotton candy machine. What are we going to put on there? The cotton candy machine.
So, I mean, you see he's got the antlers, right? So
yeah, I mean, obviously the helmet has been on his head since birth.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because the antlers fucking grew into the shit. It's like when you build something around a tree, limbs will fucking grow through it and shit,
Right.
But
okay.
I don't like the X marks the spot and shit. I don't know.
It's too on the nose.
Yeah, it kind of gives me a little,
Right.
Yeah, it's a little off and shit, man. But obviously he's sad, he's like, he wants to get home and shit.
Right. So what do you think he does on the ship? What do you think his job is?
Oh my god. What the hell? I don't know. You the piss bucket boy and shit? I don't know, dude. What could he do and shit, dude?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what his
Feed
job
the
is.
animals, whatever livestock they have, on the ship.
Oh my god!
What could he do and shit?
All right, I'll tell you
my
his
god!
job. So
your
Chopper's job on the ship. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
He is the ship doctor. He studies medicine.
The doctor. Oh my god. And the good shit, lollipop and shit. What the hell? I don't.
He is a very, very intelligent doctor. He is one of
So big.
he is one of the youngest on the crew. And he actually,
Like a Doogie Howser.
what do you think? Do you think he is? Do you think he has a devil fruit ability? Do you think he has any
Like a
type
power.
of
Well,
ability?
yeah, okay. Looking like that, if he's a doctor, he's obviously, he's kept. If he puts his hands on you, he knows what your ailment is, probably. And shit.
Okay.
I don't know. He's got to have some kind of special, power and stuff. So he was a reindeer, then he ate the fruit, and then
Yes.
he started becoming more of a boy. What medical school did he go to? And shit?
It was just a guy.
It was another doctor.
It was a man who taught him, and then he met a pretty sad fate.
So it's like someone that goes down to Guatemala and gets their certification.
Yeah.
Comes back up here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is actually Megan's favorite character.
This is, yeah. So you
Really?
might.
He said, "Really?"
I mean, if I had pulled a leg or busted my knee, I guess he'd be okay. Give you cotton candy while he's
That's
you know,
true.
fixing
That's
you up
true.
and
Maybe
shit,
it's for
man.
for the patient.
All right. Okay, I can believe that.
Let's go on to the next crew member. So this crew member's name is Nami.
Oh,
So what do you think Nami's job is? What's your vibe?
we're still talking on the ship.
Yes.
Oh,
There's 10 people on the crew.
oh my gosh! I keep morale up. Does she have an OnlyFans page? She's like from the '60s, so she's kind of like a hippie chick.
Okay.
So maybe
okay.
she's into new like helping people with philosophies and new age shit and kind of talking to people and the meaning of life and shit like that. That tattoos like means something like I don't know. She did some shrooms one night and and had a revelation and shit. She put that tattoo on. Now she's like an expert and shit.
On like the spirituals.
Yeah, like a spiritual, the spiritual doctor on shit.
Free spirit
Yeah,
vibes.
she got the red hair. She's a ginger and shit. They're always kind of weird to begin with and shit. She's got it flowing.
So Nami is the navigator. She's
Oh.
in charge of reading all of the maps and telling everybody.
Oh, God, I don't believe that.
where to go.
I don't believe that.
It's so funny.
Chicks can't tell direction and shit. That I do not believe.
And it's funny you mentioned the tattoo because it does mean something, and it's very impactful. And if you continue to watch the Netflix version, you'll be able to know all about her.
After today, I'll go check it out now.
Is it because of this picture?
Well, yeah, that one, the other one, the other chick, damn.
The main reasons
So
why.
they're human versions of them in the
Yeah.
I'll show Netflix.
I'll show you some pictures.
All right.
I'll show you some pictures.
All right, cool.
All right. So I think there's only a couple more. I think maybe 3 more or 4 more. So this character here is Sanji.
Oh, Sanji.
Again, what do you think his vibe is? What do you think he does on the
Okay,
ship?
he's on the ship too.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's got some weird fire, below him right
Yeah,
there. So
yeah.
maybe he could fly. I don't know, or jump really high, or he has some kind of energy that makes him, move around. And I think that fire lights a stogie too. So he just lifts up his foot and lights a stogie. yeah, he's a pretty boy and shit. He uses moose or whatever the kids are using now. And shit, he looks a little overdressed for the ship, but
I like it.
he looks. I mean, he looks
sharp.
cool. He looks
Yeah.
cool. I'd hang out with him.
So out of all the jobs that you would think would be on a ship, like we have doctor, we have navigator, we have the helmsman, we have the person who builds the ship. What do you think his job is? Like, what do you think he does?
Damn. Well, since he's dealing with fire, maybe the chef or something like that, the cook. I don't know. Maybe it might be a cook or something.
You're absolutely
Oh
right.
no shit!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is
Right
the
on.
cook of the ship.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that fire kind of gives it away a little bit. So.
And it's
Oh,
kinda
and he has
cool.
gloves on. So
Yeah.
he's touching food and shit like that.
He only fights with his feet, and that's
Oh.
because he doesn't want to hurt his most valuable, I guess.
Oh
asset,
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And this character also is
Oh,
a bit of a ladies' man.
Oh yeah.
Not in the way that you would think, though. He doesn't actually get any play.
Yeah, he doesn't have a really good. He doesn't have a really good game. He just kind of he gets hearts in his eyes whenever he sees any girl.
Yeah.
And he's his nose starts bleeding.
So you
What
know
the hell?
the two.
Yeah, that's gonna affect you to get any chicks. And shit.
Yeah. The 2 other women on the ship, he's always doting on them, and he's like, "Do you need me to cook you any special meals,
Yeah.
or let me get you a drink?" And they're like,
He's like a
"Okay."
lovesick puppy.
Yeah.
No. He's definitely in the friend zone and shit, man. He ain't getting no play. and shit.
He is. He's in the friend zone.
You might have to jump to the other team and shit. Yeah, there's some guys on the ship need loving too. And shit.
That is true.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very
the
true.
percentages are correct.
All right, so this is another character, crew member here. What do you think about this?
Okay,
guy?
he's obviously he's the enforcer. You know, he's the guy that once you'll jump on the next ship over and start killing and shit, man. You know, he keeps everyone in line. He protects the captain. Obviously with all the swords, he has a lot of martial arts experience. The green hair, whatever.
You're not a fan of the green hair?
Yeah. Not a big fan, but no, the guy kicks ass. Look, his whole chest been sliced up and shit.
Yeah, his eye too.
So in his eye, oh dude, he's hardcore and shit, man.
And his name is actually Roronoa Zoro.
Oh, Zoro be turning his grave and shit with that green hair and shit. Man. Like, Zoro was always cool and shit, man.
You don't think this guy looks cool?
Well, Zoro, had the mustache and shit and the cape and shit. He looked cool. This guy, he's a little, rough around the corners and shit, man.
But he's like, you know what I mean? He looks.
Yeah, I guess for what it is, a ship. Yeah, you got to look like that.
Yeah, he looks tough. He looks scary.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't fuck with him.
You're pretty right. He is like the right hand man.
Yeah.
To the captain.
Okay.
He is the like one of the main fighters on the crew, and he wants to be like the greatest swordsman in the world. Like that's his whole thing.
That's his goal.
Well, he's on his way. He's triple fisting right there. And shit,
yeah. There's a lot of people who debate in the community between Zoro and Sanji, like who is the stronger crew member.
So who do you think, just by looks, who's stronger?
Zoro. Zoro would do this on the top of his head and go down on the ground and shit.
Like a Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smash him. Why? Does the other guy have some special power?
Well, I mean, you saw.
Will he hit you with a spatula and shit, or what the fuck?
Well, you saw his ability on his foot.
Oh yeah.
With the fire, but based off looks alone, we talked about game, right?
Yeah.
So who do you think has more game? Who do you think's pulling more?
Well, the guy, the blondie, has more game, obviously, as looks.
Okay.
But as you guys, preface, he's not, he don't got no game, when it comes to talking to the ladies.
Okay.
Like the other guy, he's so built, he doesn't even got to say anything. Come here a minute,
He is aloof. He is aloof.
Yeah. Very aloof.
Chicks, they like, especially like that, they like, buff dumb guys like that.
Zoro's whole gag, like they all have their own like gag. Sanji's is that he always is like Mehgan said, doting on every girl he sees.
Yeah.
And Zoro's is that he is kind of like, not dumb, but he does get lost all the time. He has no sense of direction.
Not at all.
So they always lose him. They always misplace him. He's always
really?
somewhere. Yeah, he's always somewhere.
Okay,
He's
for
not
being your
supposed to be.
enforcer, that's not a good thing. And shit.
Yeah.
I mean, good lord.
Actually, speaking of gags, I kind of want to go back to Brooke because I think this is a really funny gag. With Brooke, what do you think his like gag is? Like, what do you think the running joke with Brooke is?
He can't keep his food down and shit. I
I don't think you're ever gonna guess. So
No.
I'll just tell you.
I'm not gonna guess.
So Brooke's running gag is that he just asks if he could see everyone's panties all the time.
What the hell? This guy wants to see everybody's panties?
Yeah.
Does he ask?
He asked.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's
did
his
they have
whole-
panties back then? And shit?
I mean, they
I
panties.
figured everybody was al fresca and shit back then. Yeah.
Fresca.
I think we're down to the last two. We have this character here, whose name is
Oh,
Usopp.
whoa. So he's obviously some David and Goliath, kind of kid. He's resourceful, and he could kick ass if he needs to. He's smart. He's fast. He's on the ship too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think he's like the all around guy that could do everything. That could help out anybody or I don't know what he's listening to and shit. Out there and shit. But no, I mean, yeah, he looks like a good guy. Someone that would be good to know.
So you think on the ship he kind of does a little bit of everything?
Yeah. With that slingshot, I don't know. Maybe he shoots the sharks away or squid or something like that. I don't know. That thing is emphasized in front of him, so
Right.
obviously he uses that a lot.
So
He's an expert
Usopp,
at that.
yeah, he is the marksman of the crew.
Okay.
And his whole gag, like the running gag for Usopp, is that he is terrified of everything.
What?
Yeah.
Honestly, terrified to the bone, where he will run away from a situation if he knows that he may or may not get hurt or die.
Oh God. Well, I mean, he's got a sense of survivalness,
That's
but-
true.
That's
but-
true.
But at the same time, do you want a guy fighting like that next to you? Shit, I don't know.
And this is the final crew member, I believe. This
Good
is
Lord, we got Gilligan here and shit. What the hell?
this is Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh my God, that name so fits it.
You feel like that name fits him?
Yeah.
Does he kind of give you like monkey vibes?
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that'll batten down the hatch and shit. That gets stuck up there, he'll crawl up the rope and shit. And
Okay,
get down.
okay.
You know, he's the kind of guy that he'll be on the side of the ship. You know, fucking, I don't know, fixing something, or he's the gopher.
Okay.
The X on his chest is kind of crazy though. That looks kind of crazy. But yeah, he's one of those fit guys. He just does everything. You know, he's a good guy. You know, he looks a little excited. I don't know if he's, I don't know what's going on there. But
Care to elaborate?
I don't know. He's got some vibe. I don't know if he's looking at one of the chicks. He looks a little pervy to me too. And shit,
He looks a little pervy. Okay.
yeah, he's a little pervy. You know, like he's up my top, looking down on there. You know, dresses and shit. You know, what's that? But I don't know. He's just a good guy to have on the ship. He's an all-around guy. The first mate and shit.
So he does have a devil fruit, which is like a power ability. Which what do you think that ability is?
Yeah.
X-ray vision and shit.
Really leaning into the perv. Really the perv thing. Okay.
I don't know. Just someone that's it's like animal-like. You know, maybe flexible, just like monkey-like or something like that.
Not too far off. When you said flexible,
yeah, I would give a point.
If we were keeping score, I might give a point.
What is it then?
So he ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi, which is the rubber fruit. So he can stretch
like Mr. Fantastic.
Like Mr.
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes.
So he's super flexible. He's pretty much made out of rubber.
So he can stretch any part of his body?
Any part.
Any part.
That was a main question I asked too, Theo. That's what I
Oh no.
That's what I said too, and that's a very important.
He's got to be with the ladies.
But that's the thing. That's the thing about Luffy. He does not care about the ladies. He's focused on his
dream.
Oh, really?
Dream.
Oh, okay.
Which
I don't
will
blame him
show.
these days and shit. Focus on on yourself, your dreams, not the ladies. And shit,
That's good. That's wise.
That's
Those are
good
wise words.
advice.
That's good.
I think there's another character we'll show you too that will explain Luffy's relationship.
Okay. So what did he
with
eat
them.
again? What
The
was his
Gomu
thing?
Gomu no Mi. So he ate the
It's
rubber
like the rubber fruit. Or
rubber
the
fruit.
gum
Gum fruit.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. That sounds
And,
better. Okay, but how do they come across these things when they eat them? They're like, out and about and.
So for him specifically, he was a kid, so he didn't really know what the implications of eating this fruit was. He just knew that it was important, so he did it. But other people seek them out and want to eat them because it gives them an edge in the pirate world. The only thing is, there's a curse to the fruits, and if you eat one, you will not be able to go in any seawater. If you go over ship and you will drown.
The sea rejects you, pretty much.
Okay, is everybody on the ship ate something?
Not
everybody.
everyone.
But the ones that do, if they just fall over, they're dead.
They sink like anchor. Seawater weakens them, so it's a disadvantage for them to be on the ocean. But it makes them incredibly strong at the same time.
Okay, but the first guy you showed me, the gill guy, obviously he's not one of them.
No.
He was born that way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both chicks do?
Not the redhead girl.
And what do you think? Yeah, you said he's the first mate. You think he's the...
Oh, man. I guess he's the one when you come to dock, he stretches out and pulls you into the dock and shit, and ties you up.
Luffy is the captain of the ship.
He's the captain?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about that.
He doesn't give you captain
He's too
vibes.
young. He's too young to be the captain and shit, man.
That's fair.
Fair.
He's too young. Like you see that one show what's on Bravo, the ones where they have a yacht and shit for.
Oh, Below Deck?
Yeah, Below
I've
Deck.
seen that show.
Yeah,
I love that show.
They're like older and shit.
They are
Like,
older.
yeah.
They need experience.
Yes,
They say I've been in the yachting world for,
this kid's
30
like
plus
19
years.
years old and shit.
He's a little younger, actually, when he first starts out, but he pretty much is solely responsible for handpicking everyone on his crew.
Yeah.
He is?
Yes.
Yeah.
He goes out of his way when he meets someone
Okay,
who...
how do you get put in that position?
So he just wanted to be a pirate. His dream is always to be a pirate and have a crew and travel.
That's his boat then.
That's his boat. That's his boat. But he, obviously recruits these people on the ship, and they are so powerful and so knowing and so willing to follow him because of his personality and because of his unwavering.
Well, I guess because of his power, I guess.
His power also, but also he wants
like-
to save a lot of people. He wants to bring freedom to.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, he's very optimistic, and he doesn't really care about the society's rules or whatever.
Or the government's rules.
Or the government's rules.
So he's
yeah.
kind
Okay,
of
so if the law's wrong, he's not gonna follow it. Or
Not
he's
at all.
No.
He does
he's gonna
not
do.
care.
He's gonna do what's
what he
best.
feels like is right.
and his crew respect him for that.
What's
because-
with the X on his chest?
So this is actually from a battle that he was in.
Oh.
And the thing about One Piece is a lot of people are always theorizing what things could mean. And sometimes those things are answered, but most of the time a lot of these things still haven't been answered. So It's just a battle scar, but it does look a lot like an X. So, because we still don't know what the One Piece is. It's the treasure that everybody's looking for.
Oh.
But nobody knows what it is.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why do you guys? Okay, you could let off with that shit. You know? I thought they were just sailing around and shit, looking for the new world and shit. Or, I didn't know. There is a treasure then.
Yeah.
There was a treasure
that everyone wants.
There was a great pirate.
It's just all coming together now. So obviously, there's a lot of other pirates are looking for it same too.
Yes.
And some of them are bad.
Some of
Some
them
of them are bad, and some of them don't even believe it really exists. But he believes with his whole heart it exists, and
we still, like I said, don't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is. They haven't said.
Oh, no one knows what the treasure is.
No.
Yeah.
Could be riches.
Oh, it's gonna be something stupid. There's gonna be a scroll in there and shit that gives the answer to life and shit or something dumb.
Maybe the One Piece is
the friends you make along the way.
The friends you make along the way.
The journey is the treasure and shit.
Yeah.
Stupid. I want fucking gold and shit, the rubies and diamonds.
Yeah. Same. I mean, I would too.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming over and for doing this, man.
It's a pleasure.
Do you have any other things you want to say?
Closing thoughts?
No. It's just,
wisdom?
when I was young, I was watching anime when I was young. I didn't even know it was anime. I was watching, like Speed Racer and Kimba and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Stuff that I didn't know was anime. It was just like, it was a cool cartoon and shit.
Like cartoon, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of evolved into something that's more sophisticated and the storytelling is just more detailed and it could go on for years and stuff, which is nice. And I definitely appreciate this genre. It's a really good genre and something that's mostly positive. If people kind of listen to this, they would have positive vibes all the time. So it's cool. I like it. Oh, thanks for the beers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The only thing to do is to get out here on our outro that's always the same and never changes. Mehgan, what should it be today?
Let's set sail.
Let's set sail.
Oh.
Let's set sail. Johnny likes it.
I like that one.
All right, so I'm going to count down. I'm going to say, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And until next time, and then we all say, let's set sail together.
Okay.
In unison.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for any and all ways you show your support. And until next time,
let's set sail.